Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Andrea and today I want to show you how am I going to use my Wonderland 222. So I got this weekly planner that comes with the 90 additional pages for dailies or notes, plus the only notes book, the one that is 180 pages, I think it is. That one I will not show because you will understand how I will use this one. I will not have a need to show you the other one. Um, let's talk about the cover. I made this cover with scrap fabric. I just went to my fabric shop and bought this green. It's like a mixture of cotton. I don't know. I think it's different types of cotton. And it was super simple. I also embroidered it. It was my first embroidery project, so I'm actually happy about how the bird looks now because it was very challenging for me. Obviously, there are things I would like to change and some corrections, and as you can see here, it's not straight. I was not really I was too excited to finish it before New Year's because I knew we were going to go for a little trip, a very interesting trip, and I wanted to take it with me because I wanted to document everything about the trip. So I did not even measure. Now I have this part here that it's uneven, but it does not really bother me. I'll just pay attention for the next one. I hope that I'm not in a rush when I have to do it. It's already getting dirty because I have been using it a lot these weeks. So this I will not use as a planner. I want to use it as a journal. The main reason is because I don't like vertical planning. I like my horizontal planning system that I've used forever. This is my planner, and well, it's my first time in the Hobonichi, but before I used a system that it has sort of the same style. So I have tried vertical planning before and it has not worked for me. So I decided that I would use this notebook as a journal. Now I will show you, because the back part, which is the notes, are my dailies that are linked to the weeklies, obviously, to each day of the week. So in order for you to understand what I'm doing, I will show you December. I got this planner at the end of December, more or less. So I had time to play around and to see how I wanted to use it, because I knew from the very beginning that I did not want it as a planner, but I really only bought it because of the paper, because I heard it was so good. It's the Moon River paper, so I really like it, and that's the reason I bought it. So I wasn't sure on how to use the weeks. And then it came to my mind that to be able to use this part, I thought that I could just write the passages of the Bible that I read per day. My favorite prayer is called Lectio Divina, and it's a very ancient prayer from the church that we still do it. It has certain steps. It's a very complete prayer because it has the reading of the scriptures and meditation, contemplation. It's a really beautiful prayer. So what I did was I started, this is not in real time. Like I say, I got the planner at the end of December, but I just wanted to play around. So I use Asiprensa. It's a website where they give you the gospel and readings for the day. And I wrote it, for instance, I wrote it here in Latin because I love learning Latin and ancient Greek. But I did not like it. Also, in this style, I really can only write a very small part, maybe just one verse, and I wanted something longer because sometimes it's all the passage that leads you to the prayer. So I changed it, and for instance here I wrote 5 verses from the Psalm of the day, and so on and so on. Here is gospel, here is psalm, here is the first reading. So I don't put limits to, it's not only the gospel. It depends on what speaks to me that day, what I feel that Lord wants to tell me. And then I thought, since I have some space here left, and obviously here my handwriting is horrible, I thought that maybe if I try to make a more, I don't know, a neater handwriting, I could have more space. So what I did is I started to write just some verses, the ones that I like the most, in Latin, just as a way of learning the language a bit. And I also feel that it sounds really beautiful. So that's what I have been doing. And then I decided that this is what I wanted to do with the planner. And I'm using these pens from, I think they are called Zebra Sarasa. These are the vintage ones. I really like them. They go very well. They take a little time to dry out. They have smudged some parts, but now I know how they work. So here I'm using these pages as they are meant to be used as a review and an overview of the next month. So, but I did write the best of December and my hopes for January. And then I start in the month. So the month, I didn't know what to do because obviously this, like I say, it's not my planner. So I decided that I would just write some of the most important holidays. Not necessarily holidays that are free in the sense that you don't have to go to work, but religious feasts that I would like to take into account, even if it does not mean that it's a holiday. It does not even mean sometimes where I live that there's going to be a mass or something, but I like to remind myself, so I can do a novena or something. And also some birthdays of the people that I love the most, because I thought I could have some masses being offered for them. So this is the first week of January. And what I'm doing here in the dailies, so this is the month, and I've used this sticker book. I had it already, so I decided that it was so beautiful. It had a lot of blue, which reminds me of the winter. So I love florals, so I decided to use this book and just go with this color palette throughout the month, so I don't have to make my life more difficult, and I can just say, okay, take pinks, blues, and some purple, and that's it. So I try that my daily pages reflect the month, so everything matches, and I sort of know. And then when I have the key here at the end of the month, sorry, the index, when I fill in the index, I can also use the same colors for January, then another for February, and all that. So what I do is, I try to meditate on the word that I have read. Sometimes not. I often like to write like to the Holy Virgin Mary or to the Lord, or sometimes I just write what happened that day. So that's what I've been doing in the last weeks, because we've been, like I said, on a crazy holiday, a beautiful one. And yeah, that's how I'm using this planner. I think these pages will last from January to March, hopefully. And then the other book, which is also dailies, will be from April to December. So they will match the weeks here. Now for the rest of the planner, it has some trackers and some notes pages that I don't think I will use. I mean, the index, yes. This, no. This, I think I want to use as a project tracker, sort of, but in a sense that, okay, for instance, I love knitting, sewing, and now making YouTube videos. So for instance, I make a YouTube video today, I can color code and put it somewhere. Today is the 10th, and like that. And if I finish a pair of knitted socks, I can put it there, or whatever. So just like that, the trackers I'm trying to use, but I'm not a big fan of tracking habits. I sort of keep them in my head. I don't need a reminder, but I'm doing it just for fun to complete these pages because they are huge. And or let's see, maybe it changes in the future. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you have liked this video. I know it's a little different. It's a very sort of faith-centered journal, but I think um, it's important to live with hope and with joy, and no matter what happens. So maybe if you are looking for a faith journal or something similar, you can try something like this out. I'm sure you will enjoy it. And well, till next time, bye.